this is where I was raised. This is my home. I love living here because it's peaceful, it's quiet. We help each other.
This was an old motel that was here. It was taken back by the county a few years ago. A real eyesore for Hayden. Right here on the main drag, it was a big problem, and with the Brownsfields grants and with ADEQ's help, we were able to pull this off and get it done. It's a real big plus for the county and for the town of Hayden.
So the Brownfields program, it's where we've identified real property where there's some hindrance or something that's not allowing us to redevelop the property, and there's a real or perceived hazard or pollutant associated with that property.
Really a mess, you know, the hotel was falling down. We had pieces of it blowing off into the street.
We started with doing the survey for the lead and the asbestos.
Upon that survey, we found out there was asbestos-containing material and also lead-based paint. Those contaminants, you know, when they're in place aren't so much of a concern. It's when they get into the air that we're really concerned. That's when you have exposure potential, and we want to make sure that that obviously does not occur.
The challenge to this site was how to go ahead and remove it in a safe way, and an ordered demolition was determined that would be the best way to move forward.
So in this particular scenario, we actually had to wet the area, keep everything contained so there's no visible emissions from the work area, and we also have air monitoring equipment around the work area to make sure nothing leaves the area.
We were able to put together a plan to get it demolished in a wet condition so there's no emissions, and the debris is all going to a properly certified and licensed landfill.
Remember, a lot of this business and activity occurred before we had our environmental rules, before we understood the health hazards associated with this type of activity. So now we're kind of going back and making sure that we clean up. Real success with Brownfields, especially the one for the state of Arizona, is we have a real high focus on our small rural communities. They have real limited budgets to do this kind of cleanup work.
The residents really wanted to see it cleaned up and taken care of.
They're excited to see the blight being reduced. They're excited to think, you know, what can come next. So nothing but positivity. There's no more hazard to young kids. They can't get hurt over there. It won't catch on fire. It's just better. It looks cleaner. It looks nicer. We need that a lot.
I'm really proud to be able to be a part of this, and being able to work with ADEQ has been a huge plus.
Our Brownfields program is that it does such great work and there's such high demand for it. However, it leaves us very limited to where we can only get to so many projects each year. We're always looking for new ways to try to get more funding. We try to partner with our other fellow grant providers like USDA, folks like that, where we can try to collaborate and work together and get the most that we can out of these grant programs.